thank the Overbrook Community Council for hosting this event, and I want to thank all of you here for coming. It's great to see so many people civically engaged. Again, I'm running to build a better Pittsburgh. I think we need to do that street by street, block by block, and house by house. I think we all know that our neighborhoods here in District 4 have been ignored, and while other neighborhoods have been receiving lavish investments, even our basic city services have been lacking. And when I'm elected city council person, that will change. I'm actually the only candidate that has led the fight for public safety in our district. Many of you may remember when our police zone, Zone 3, stretched all the way from the south side to Bells Hoover, all the way to Banksville. Last summer, there was a lot of concern about that. And what I did, along with some of our neighbors, is we got together a petition. We circulated the petition, and we got a city council hearing held downtown to talk about the lack of resources and the geographic size of Zone 3. I'm happy to say that because of those efforts, Zone 3 has been reduced, and now police are able to operate more efficiently. I think if being a good city council member means organizing people around important issues like public safety, I think the choice is clear, and I look forward to continuing that fight on city council. A lot of what's happening in our business districts needs to be looked at in terms of public safety. When there's a perception of disorder and chaos, that invites disorder and chaos, and it just continues. So what we need to do is we need to increase police presence in our neighborhoods to make sure that people feel safe to shop in our neighborhoods. But what we also need to do is, again, we need to get our community groups on the same page so we actually start planning and figuring out what neighborhood or what types of businesses we'd like here. But we also need to work with other members of city council, with the mayor's office, and with other city agencies so they realize that people in District 4 have been voting with their feet for years because there's a lack of amenities. And that's a decreased tax base for the entire city. And that's a loss for our city. So we need to work with these agencies to invest here. So this is actually very interesting, but I happened to meet a young gentleman on Brownsville Road. It's a long story. I complimented his girlfriend's t-shirt actually. We struck up a conversation. It turned out that this is a guy who was born and raised in Carrick and recently moved back to the neighborhood and was very interested in screen printing and wanted to open up his own business, but he had no idea where to get started. So we actually sat down and we had coffee. He's 25 years old. He actually is a veteran from the Iraq War, and he had no idea that there were so many opportunities available to him through the Small Business Administration and through local agencies that he could connect to and tap into. And now he's actually looking to rent property on Brownsville Road for a screen printing shop. So again, I think it's these personal connections. We actually take the time to sit down with people and say, there are so many resources out there. We're not connecting the dots because a lot of times people don't know that these types of things exist. By reining in absentee landlords and investing in our police force. We have to rebuild our business districts by attracting the small businesses and entrepreneurs that we want. And we have to restore public trust in our city government. And again, I think a lot of it has been lost because we've been so ignored out here. But we can restore that trust by making sure that our city delivers on its promises. I'm a homeowner. I plan to raise my family here. And from my front porch, I can see the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I know that there is so much good. That's why I will raise my family here. And I just want to say, it's very interesting, as part of my involvement with the Carrick Overbrook Historical Society, we actually found an article from November 1963 that talked about the 5188 bottleneck. So again, these problems have been going on for such a long time. So that's why I look forward to working with all of you in this room. So again, we have a strong voice on city council and on the state so we can get things done as a community. Thank you.